All right, my friends, I hope you had amazing summers. Just absolutely amazing, full of adventure and good food and lots of people, as many people as you wanted, and, living that carefree life. But if you're like me and a lot of other people, you're now seeing the calendar turn and are like, what the actual heck? I need to get back to basics and get back into routines and behaviors and habits that are supporting me. And that can be overwhelming. And so today we're going to talk about an easy way to just flip the switch. Just flip the switch. We're just doing this, okay? And let's hop right into this. Where are you at? Body, mind, spirit, and space. Where's your mindfulness? How have you been treating your body? What does she need? What does your spirit need? What are the activities that you have in your life? Are they working? Are they not working? And what about your space? Look at your environment. How is it supporting you right now? Okay. All of these things get totally whacked out during the summer. And that's what summer's for. There's no judgment. It serves its purpose. But now it's time to kind of get into the mood, right? So I want you to dump out everything, unpack the bags from summer, what's working, what's not, how do you feel, body, mind, spirit, and space. Okay. And then I need you to just pick one place to start. Like, what will be the most impactful place to start? Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but one of the places that really works at a top level is sleep. If you're not resting, my friend, you are not going to make good choices. You are not going to have the energy that you need and so forth. But you do you, pick the one thing that we're going to flip the switch on. Okay. And know that the rest will fall into place. Now we have to evaluate this goal. And also, like when you say sleep, let's say we say sleep, what does that mean? What do you really need? And make that a goal. Okay. And then we have to evaluate, what are the shoulds? Is this a should? I should go to bed early. I should sleep 8 hours. And then do this evaluation. So I should, whatever it is. Okay. And then ask yourself why. So for example, I should start running. And you say, why? Well, because my husband's a runner and I think he would really love to see me run. That has nothing to do with you. That has to do with your husband. So then flip it around and say, I can start running right now if I wanted to. And then ask yourself, what's standing in your way? Shoulds show up as red flags. They're usually someone else's priority. They're like seated sometimes in guilt and shame. Like I should be thinner. I should be more fit. I should be stronger, because we're comparing ourselves to others. So we really need to like flesh out the shoulds. And needs to be something that you really want. Okay. Then we have to let go of the instant gratification. We're not running a marathon tomorrow, my friends. When Mir was in third grade, he decided he wanted to play the viola. And it was a surprise to me as well. And so we got the viola and he went to the first day, only met once a week. And he came home the first week. I'm like, what'd you learn? What'd you learn? He's like, we all took them out of our cases and we held them on our laps. That's all you did today. And then the next week, they took them out of their cases and they learned how to hold it under their like chin, like their jaw. And then they did like 4 weeks of just holding the bow. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But yeah, like in my mind, he was going to come back playing like, Vivaldi on day one. And there are so many steps between point A and point B. So We have to give up this concept of, we've just watched the Olympics and all those people were doing amazing things. They've been doing these for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. No one got there overnight, and neither are we. So we have to let go of instant gratification. Then we have to be okay with being a novice again. So many of the women that I work with, when we are talking about hobbies and routines and so forth, it's like, well, I'd love to start running again, but I used to be able to run 10 miles on a run, and now I can't run even a mile. So in their mind, they think, well, I'm just not going to run at all. I'm not going to run until I can run 10 miles. Well, you can't run 10 miles until you run 1 mile. So we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and being a novice again, forgetting that whatever we did before, it may have worked then. This is a new time right here, right now. What do we need to do? Okay. Then I need you to break it down to the basics, the absolute smallest little bits. So if you were to say, I want to run a mile every day this week, what does that actually mean? That means that A, you have to decide when you're going to run this mile. B, where are you going to run this mile? C, you need to set your alarm. You need to get up. You need to put your clothes on. You need to hydrate. You might need to have a snack before you go. You need to put your sneakers on. You need to stretch. You need to go outside, and you need to put one foot in front of the other over and over for however long. Then you come back and you do your recovery. That is what needs to be done. So you need to see all of the steps that it's going to take to achieve what it is that you're wanting to do. And I want you to break it down to the tiniest of pieces. Okay? So then we need to simplify. Automatically, let's say you want to sleep more, you're going to go and see if you can get a new Fitbit that evaluates your sleep. You might need a new app. You might need a new alarm clock, one that lights up throughout the day. Whatever the case is, you need none of it. I want you to think of the most basic, simple way for you to get to your place, because all that is perfectionism trying to slow you down. So I want you to figure out the simplest way for you to get from point A to point B. I played about 9,000 holes of golf with my son this summer. And in his matches, he was in a league, and, people had golf watches that told you how far it was to here, these viewfinders that cost $140. I'm like, I have a free app on my phone and it tells me it's 140 yards from here. You didn't need to spend thousands of dollars. You don't. Keep it basic. Now you need accountability. We suck at being accountable to ourselves. We're accountable to all the other people, never, ever to ourselves. So I need you to phone a friend. I need to have someone know. And I am happy to be that person. Janessa at JanessaDurrani.com. Email me and say, Janessa, I just need you to know that I am going to go to bed every night this week at 9:30. And at the end of the week, I'm going to let you know how I did. I would love that. I love being everyone's person. We aren't accountable to ourselves, and our family do not make good accountability partners. They have too much grace for us. So we need someone that there's a bit of a friction there. Okay? Now, here is the big part. We can't let boredom stop us. We all start strong, my friends. We're good day 1, good day 2, even day 3. But day 4, we're like, I don't want to do that anymore. If you've been running a mile every day, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Then find a different route. Then find a friend to run with. Go to the gym and run there. Listen to a podcast. Do something to change it up to keep you motivated. I just watched a TED talk about kind of going back to basics, and they were telling a story about Kobe Bryant does a 4 a.m. Well, he did a 4 a.m. Practice every morning, and it was all the basics, like the same basics you would teach a like middle schooler basketball, like footwork, dribbling. I don't know. I'm not a basketball person. And the speaker was saying that they, like what you are an amazing, like one of the best players in the world, and you're doing all the basics. He's like, how do you think I got to be one of the best players in the world? Because I do not get tired of doing the basics. Same goes Atomic Habits. If you've read it, if you haven't, please do. There is an example where it was like a weightlifter, and James Clear asked him, how is it that you have gotten to this place? And he's like, I do not get tired of picking up the barbell. So we all are prone to get bored. And so we have to stay cognizant. So when we're saying, oh, I don't want to do this, what is the rub? What's the friction? What is keeping you from doing this? And how can you make it more interesting? You need to hold on to the why, my friends. Why do you want this? We've already got rid of the should. So this is something that you want. Why? What's possible when you get it? What's not possible when you don't get it? What are the drawbacks? If you just say, not doing it, not doing it, what is the impact it will have? And then we need, my friend, to celebrate the wins, little itty bitty celebrations. Especially, let's say if you were, one of your goals was, I want a new job, right? You don't have control over when you're going to get a new job. You have a control over how many times you go on LinkedIn, how many times you update your resume and make tweaks and send it out and do all the things and network and so forth. Those little things need to be celebrated, and eventually you will get to your big goal. So have incremental daily goals and celebrate, weekly goals, celebrate, monthly goals, celebrate. Plan those celebrations. It can be as, I get to listen to my favorite podcast. I get myself flowers. I, take a hot shower, whatever the case is, plan it out. Okay. So we have just learned how to flip the switch. So what? How are we going to do this? I want you to make your own plan to flip the switch. So taking everything that we just talked about, I want you to list out all the outcomes you would like to see in your life right now. Again, I want to have more energy. I would like to have a new job. I would like to create a new group. I would like to make new friends. Whatever the case is, what is the outcome that you want? Okay. And then I need you to pick one, just one to start. Which one is going to have the most impact on you in your life? And then I want you to break it down into 10 steps. Even if every single thing can be broken down into 10 steps. I promise you, break it down into 10 steps and now make a plan. How are you going to get these 10 steps in every single day? Goals that are, I do this Tuesday, Thursday, or I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I take the weekends off. That is when we go awry. Because if we miss one, then it's like, oh, it's been 3 days. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. This is something for every day. So make the plan and schedule it. That's where important things go, on our calendars. So give yourself space in your life to get to where you want to go. Get accountability. Phone a friend. Someone needs to know. And then determine what your day 7 celebration is. Even better, figure out a celebration for each individual day. Again, I would love to be your person. I would love to know what your goal is and where you're going and so forth. Know that, a lot of this is in our subconscious. belief that we can't do something, that I tried that already, and so forth. And so we have a lot of subconscious reprogramming tools like hypnosis that can help instill these plans so that you follow through. If you're interested, again, my email and the link to set up a virtual coffee, no pressure call is always available in my show notes. I look forward to hearing from you.